back to my channel if you're new here. Hi, my name's Emily, and today, guys, I thought I haven't seen you guys in forever. That's just because, lots going on right now. And I know I make this excuse all the time, and I keep saying I always make this excuse all the time, but for real, if you're in my life right now, you would understand why. But this week is my Thanksgiving break, so I'm going to try to post TikToks, videos. I'm going to try to post TikToks and videos as much as I can, or as much as I can mentally handle. Also, I'm going to post my fan fiction story on quotev.com, so if you want to go check that out, it's called Ivy Malark, and you can read about it. It's a very interesting story. I'm going to try to post more on there. I don't know, though, guys. We'll see what happens. But today, I think we're just going to do a Q&A about 30-ish questions I found. I'm going to answer for you guys today. I haven't done this in a while, but this is the first video that came to my mind. And I have a list of the questions and my answers. And I don't want it to be like I'm reading a script, really, but I'm just going to they're basic answers. I'm going to elaborate more on them probably. So my first one I found is, who's your hero? And this one was a really hard one for me, but in the end I came down to my grandfather. I don't know, he's just played a big role in my life. I think of him as someone I can go to if I need anything, and that he's someone I aspire to be because, I don't know, he's just super great, and I love him so much, and I think he's just a really great person and all. What is your biggest fear? I hate heights, or, falling from heights, probably, because people say you're not afraid of heights, you're afraid of falling from heights. I'm like, okay, then I'm afraid of falling from heights. But I don't know, guys, I'm afraid of heights. I've never been on a plane before. Every time I'm in a tall building, I have to stay away from the windows. Even in a hotel, if I'm on the top floor and there's 5 floors, I'm scared. I can't look out the window. A fear that I'm going to fall probably to the ground and plummet, or I don't know. I just have that horrible fear, and I don't know. I may never get on a plane my entire life, but that's just something I might have to deal with, because I'm just super, super scared of height. So yeah, sorry for the horrible light, and I just kind of noticed it. Have horrible lighting, but we're just going as we can. If you could live anywhere, where would you live? Paris, France. It's just because of the show I've watched, and I still continue to watch because it's not fully released yet. I'll get into that later of that show, but I don't know, I really like that show. It made my love of Paris grow and want to go there. I don't know, just to experience the area and stuff. So I don't know. I think it would be a cool place to go. I know it's kind of like a basic answer, sort of. But I don't know. I feel like it would be a fun place to go. So yeah. What are your hobbies? My hobbies I do mostly are reading, writing, and cooking. I love to cook. It's one of it's a thing I've kind of inherited from my grandmother. Both of my grandmothers, actually. And I don't know, it's just something I love to do. It's something that's always made me happy. Reading, I just always love reading. I'm a big bookworm, but only on certain books. I don't know, I haven't found a good book in a while, and it's kind of what's upsetting. But I don't know, I'll pick up an old book or something and read it once in a while. I don't know, I'm just a big book nerd. I love books. And writing, I write stories. Actually, in this notebook, the very front, I have stories I've written, and I have fan fictions and stuff I've written on this Quotev, which is a website, and I suggest you go, because it has just a bunch of books, and there's so many creative people on there. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just something I've always had. What is your favorite book? I've told you guys this so many times. Unwind, and it was funny of my story of how I loved this book was because we were reading The Giver 2 years ago for a class thing, and I was in an honors class. I've always been in honors classes since 7th grade, and so I was in an honors class, and we were doing that book, and so we had to do an extra book, and we had to choose between Uglies, The Maze Runner, Divergent, The Hunger Games, or Unwind. And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, why don't we go with Unwind? That sounds interesting enough. We'll just breeze through it like nothing. And I read it, and I was so interested in it that I convinced me and my friend in that class, we convinced my teacher to buy the whole series, and we both read the whole series before 7th grade was over. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was great. And I have a love for it ever since, and I own the series now, which is crazy, but I've loaned my book to someone and they won't give it back. So if you're watching this, bring my book back. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Unwind is just my favorite book series. It's my favorite book. It will always be. I don't know. My love for it is amazing. What is your favorite sport? I don't play sports, but if I did, because I don't know, this one was kind of hard. If I did play a sport, I would do swimming. I don't know if that's technically a sport or not, but I would definitely do swimming because, I don't know, I've always liked to swim. I guess you could count that as a hobby, but it's only during summer. But a sport I like to watch, you can see, is football, but especially Alabama football. I don't know, watch the game. I'm recording this Saturday at, at 12:08 at night. Watch the game today. It's great. It was against Kentucky. We won. Anyway, I just love Alabama football. I was kind of raised on it, so I don't know, I've just always liked it. So yeah. What is your favorite movie? Avatar, and when I mean Avatar, I'm not talking about Avatar like The Last Airbender or something like that. I'm talking about Avatar that was out in 2009. That was one of the highest grossing movies for a while. I don't know. When I watched the trailer for it, I never really was interested in it, but then like we were at a lockdown one night, and we were doing a lockdown at my church. Not my church, it's someone else's church. And we watched that movie, and I was so interested in it. And I liked it so much that I got it for a present. And I've liked the movie ever since. Watched it a few times. It's like 3 hours. But I don't know, I've always liked it. I think it's kind of cool. Favorite TV show? Okay guys, so this TV show I've started watching actually a month ago or so. And it's kind of crazy, but I'm on season 5 like now. And let me tell you guys, I really like this TV show, but I didn't get into it sooner because like I wasn't 100% sure if I would like it or not. I wasn't really interested in it. I didn't actually know it existed for a while. Which is kind of crazy because it was a really popular TV show, but it's Glee, and like 2009, I wasn't old enough to be able to watch it, so I wasn't like there to experience it as like a person would be like who was watching it in like 2009, on. But I still like it. It's a really cool show. I haven't finished it yet. I'm on season 5. I almost done with season 5. It's crazy. And I really like it, but also I like The Fosters. It was before Glee, I actually watched The Fosters, and I liked that TV show too. It was really great. I mostly watched it because it had Maya Mitchell in it. I don't know if that's how you say your name. We're gonna say that's how we say her name. We had her in it, and I watched her in Teen Beach Movie, and it seemed like a very interesting show, and I loved it. It was a really good show. So yeah. Who is your favorite author? I'm gonna butcher his last name, but Neal Shusterman? I don't know, because Unwind and then this new book I'm trying to read. I haven't gotten into it really yet, which is kind of hard when you haven't gotten into the book yet and you aren't really interested in it at the beginning, but you haven't gotten into it, is Dry. I really like him. He's a great author. I think he's really cool. I also would like J.K. Rowling. I don't know how I don't know. But, she wrote Harry Potter, and my love for Harry Potter is huge too. But I don't know. But Neal's probably my favorite. If you could go back in time, where would you go back to? This one's going to sound a little weird, but I read a book series one time on this website. I don't know, it was for school, and we had to read like a certain amount of pages a week. A certain amount of pages a week in a book. And it was a series on these two kids were in a museum, and they were looking at there was one of the kids' moms would work there. They were looking at Titanic artifacts and stuff, and when they touched it, they would go back in time to that moment, and it was crazy, and I loved it. And that kind of, and I also went to the Titanic Museum in Pigeon Forge a few years ago, and I loved it there. It was beautiful, and that kind of brought my love for the Titanic, and I want to go back to it. I've never watched the movie before, guys. Before you guys ask that, I've never watched the movie. I'm very intrigued. I'm very interested into watching it. I just don't have it, and I don't know where I can go to find it. So, yeah, but I'm interested. I don't want to get it and like hate it. Like, I don't want to buy it then like hate it. Anyway, my love for the Titanic. I would go back to the Titanic or the 90s. I don't know why, but like the 90s just seemed like an interesting time. Like late 80s or early 90s, because they got some cool styles that I feel like I would pull off very well. So, yeah. What is your favorite animal? This changes all the time. When I was little, I loved monkeys. It was all about monkeys. I still have monkeys in my storage unit with all my toys. For my younger stuff, I'm going to keep those and, like, I don't know, look back on them. But right now, it's either an Arctic fox or a sloth, and my love for Arctic foxes happened in 7th grade too, when we had to pick an animal. And I don't know, I just came across Arctic foxes, and I loved them. They were so pretty. They remind me of, like, dogs. Just, they looked like a dog, but, oh my gosh, I love them. I would totally want to keep one. I don't think that's legal, but I would totally keep one. Or sloth. Sloths are pretty cool. I'd say I'm a sloth. Kind of a little lazy. I'm a little lazy like a sloth is. I like to sleep too. I don't know. I think they're just cool animals too. Here's one that, okay, so here's the next one. This one was kind of, I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to write it down. But why not? Just do it for fun. And it said, are you single? Is it not obvious? Yes, I am single. And that's all I have to really say about it. I'm also not interested in anyone at this time because, I don't know, I'm just not interested in anyone. No one has catched my eye or anything. Unless you count celebrities that I could tell you a whole long list, and you guys probably don't want to know that whole long list. Here's the next one. What is your favorite holiday? The one coming right around the corner. Not Thanksgiving, but Christmas. I love Christmas. I decorate out of the wazoo for Christmas. I don't know. I just really love Christmas. And my family just all loves Christmas. So yeah, I guess that's kind of why. Next one. What is your favorite fast food chain? I was about to put, it was said restaurant, but I was like, let's do fast food chain instead, because, like, I don't know, I like restaurants very vague. Like, there's a whole wide variety. So I was like, let's do fast food, narrow it down a little bit. Chick-fil-A is my number one fast food place. I really like Chick-fil-A. It is amazing. It's really good. And if you've never tried it, you're missing out on some good chicken. I don't know. I just really like it. Next one. What is your favorite subject in school? Choir. I really like choir. I think it's really fun. And that leads into the, that's all I got to say about that, really. And that leads into the next one. Can you sing? Yes, I can sing. People say I'm a pretty good singer. Actually, speaking of choir, I made honors choir. I don't know if that's an everywhere thing, but, like, I made an honors choir. It was so cool. We're working on it right now, trying to figure out the piece and stuff, but I don't know. I think it's cool, and yes, I can sing. If you want to hear me sing, I don't know. I don't even know where I can post a video so you guys can hear me saying that. I think it would all get copyrighted for some reason. Anywhere I post it. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Here's one that I don't think I've ever talked about before. I might have, but I'm not 100% sure. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? If it's not obvious, I'm an introvert. I'm such an introvert, and it's so weird. It's so obvious too. It's so weird because like most of my friends are extroverts, and I'm an introvert. I would rather stay inside and stay in my room than go out and talk to people. Which is very funny because I have a YouTube channel, I have a TikTok, and so yeah. Who was your first celebrity crush? I was thinking about this long and hard. But this is the first, because I was like, who was my first celebrity crush? I have no idea. But this is the first one that came to my mind when I was thinking about it. It was Ross Lynch. I first found out who Ross Lynch was from Austin Alley. It was an old Disney Channel show. And it was crazy because like I liked him so much. He was so cool. And then like I figured out he was in a band with all his siblings, R5, and I was like, yes, oh my gosh, this is so cool. This is so amazing. And I actually went to one of their concerts. I still have a t-shirt from it. When they were on tour, I actually have a t-shirt from it still. Well, I can't fit it anymore, but I will keep it with me and forever because it's just a memory I will always have. I'm not that big of a fan of him anymore, but like he was my first celebrity crush that I can remember. I don't know. I really liked him. I don't know. How many languages do you speak? One, I speak English. I can do a little bit of sign language. Here's my name, Emily. I'm trying to think of one, because I'm holding my phone with one hand, so this is love with my other, this is love. Mom, dad, hearing, deaf, hearing, dog, I don't know, I know a lot of words, it's just I can't do it with like one hand. Sign takes like two hands to do it. Here's like a very vague question, but it's things I like, and I was just like run down list, and I wrote down a lot of things I like, but it mostly came out as like fandoms I would be in, sort of. I don't know. Well, not all of these are fandoms because they don't all have fandoms, like huge fan bases. But I say these are just a few things I like. I like Glee, that is a fandom. I like Disney, that is totally fandom. I like Switched at Birth, that's where I learned most of my sign language from. The Fosters, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Harry Potter, it's a big fandom. Gregor the Overlander, that's not a fandom at all. It's a book series Suzanne Collins wrote before she wrote her big Hunger Games series. But I don't know, I really like it. The Unwind Histology, that's not a big fandom at all. Well, I've never met another Unwind fan. And sad movies, I wouldn't say this is a fandom, I just say I like sad movies. Like, I like The Fault in Our Stars. I like 5 Feet Apart. There's a few other ones I like out there that are sad. Forever My Girl is sad. I don't know, there's just a lot of movies out there that I like are sad, so I don't know, maybe I'm just a sad person. Favorite singer? I don't really have one. Like, I listen to a lot of just like one song of an artist, but I say I like Demi Lovato a lot. I like a lot of her music. I think she's pretty cool. Taylor Swift, I wouldn't say I like her newer stuff. I don't know, I just like her country stuff so much that her newer stuff just doesn't sound like her. But I don't know, a lot of people would hate me for saying that, but I don't know. Who is one YouTuber you watch? Actually, it's Claire Chabon. She is an amazing Sims. She plays the Sims 4 YouTuber, and I really like her. She's so like creative and stuff, and she's so cool. So yeah, she's one person I actually watch. There's a few others I watch. I don't really watch YouTube anymore as much as I did. I don't know why, but who knows. Your favorite family tradition is on Thanksgiving Day, we would go over to my grandparents' house and we will watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And then the dog show comes on after it, and we watch that too. Every year we do it. It's amazing. And I don't know. I just really, really like that family tradition. It's so cool, and I think it's so fun. Do you live by a motto or a piece of advice? Every time I say motto, I always think of The Lion King, where they say a Hakuna Matata, and Simba's like, "What's that?" And they're like, "It's a motto," and he's like, "What?" Simba's like, "What's a motto?" And Timon's like, "I don't know. What's a motto with you?" I don't know. I really like that one. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I would say I kind of live by never lose sight of what's most. I wouldn't say I live by it. I'd just say it's like a quote I'm going to live by. Never lose sight of what is most important to you. Ooh, I feel like once I get older, I have to rely, like, especially kind of, it applies to me kind of now. I gotta remember what I'm doing, who is most important to me, and I don't need to worry about whatever everyone else thinks or stuff. I don't know. Have you ever lost a friend? If so, how and why? This one I wasn't 100% sure of putting on here. Uh, Sorry guys, but it's a kind of like, it's a really personal story. Kind of all happened in 8th grade. And, I was very hesitant in putting this on here, but I was like, why not? So I was friends with a girl, and she had a boyfriend, and every time they fought, she would bring me into their fights, and I was friends with both of them, and that's a hard thing, and when you're friends with two people in a relationship, because you don't want to choose sides, because that's just worse, and she would always bring me into their fights, and one day I just had enough of it. And guys, let me tell you, in 8th grade, I was kind of toxic at the beginning of it until I met a few people, and they kind of pulled me out of out of being toxic and out of being people who are toxic, and kind of showed me what I need, like showed me who I needed and what was most important to me and my values. And I was tired of it, so I went off on her. I didn't go off on her. I kind of just ignored her for the rest of the day, and then like we we kind of just like talked back and forth, and her and her boyfriend made up, and they were kind of mad at me, and I told him the reason, and then like I don't know, I still have the conversations and stuff, but I don't even really know what happened. That's how important that friendship was to me. I mean, it was kind of important to me as my 6th grade and 7th grade self, and some part of my 8th grade year self, but like I kind of realized that I needed to get out of that friendship because we were both just, she was too toxic for me, and she was just, and you know, it's something that you don't actually see until, well, you get around people who aren't toxic to you, and that they're toxic. And I feel bad for saying that about her, but to me she was. I don't know if she's toxic to anyone else, but to me she was, and I was just tired of the drama. I was tired of always getting pulled into drama, and I was done with it, and so I don't know. And uh, then I met with two other people who became my closer friends, and they are still my friends. And I don't know. I think I'm a better person now than I was back then. Uh, I try to forget it, but you know, it's hard to forget it. And I do miss being her friend sometimes, and I'm sometimes blame myself for our friendship ending, but it wasn't my fault. It was a long time coming, and it should have happened probably sooner than it actually did. But yeah, there's some days where I miss being her friend. She was still a very cool person. I still want her to I still want her to have a good life, and you know, I still want her to be happy and have a good life. So yeah, let's go move past that. Here's another one that it's kind of personal. Do you believe in second chances? I do believe in second chances I do, I really do, but you have to earn it. It's not something that comes easy. You can't just apologize and act the same way you've always been and make me believe you deserve a second chance. You need to change whatever you did. You need to change of whatever you did and convince me that you won't do it again, because if you do, your second chance is up. I'm not going to give you another second chance because I would just be tired of it, because you keep giving people second chances, it's only going to end bad. So yeah, on to the next one. What is your dream job? I don't know. I do know. And I was like, yes, I know this one. Owning my own business would be my top priority. I really like owning my own business, like a bakery or a restaurant, because I like cooking, as I said earlier, and so it's just something that I've always wanted to do. But if my backup plan would be become an author, I love writing a lot, and I feel like being an author would be really cool. I don't know, my backup plan after that would be just work in a regular, normal position as everyone else. Which my dream job might not actually happen, but it's alright, because as long as I'm happy, it's the best thing for me. Last question. What is an unrealistic job you would want? Being an actor. I feel like it'd be fun, it'd be cool, I'd be out there just acting, but it's so unrealistic. It is very hard to get into the acting business. But I don't know, if I ever got a chance to be in a movie, I would totally go for it. I would totally do it, especially if it was like something I was very interested in. I would try to go for it. It's a business where if you want to do it, you're gonna have to learn how to take rejection and hate all the time. And I don't know, I would totally take the opportunity if I could. I just would never have the opportunity. I would just never really have the opportunity, because I live in like a small town where you don't know anyone, but I would take the opportunity. I feel like it'd be a very cool opportunity to take, and I feel like it'd be very fun to do. So yeah. That's the Q&A. It was about 30-ish questions. I don't know how many it was. But thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications so you never miss a post. I will see you guys later. Bye.